Hi, Mickey. Are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am feeling a little dizzy.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you're thinking at this point, what have I done?
Hey, howdy, hey, people that want to just leave the Earth to go to another planet because you've had enough of it. Don't blame you. Wolfman for its own dash it. So I kind of left to doing this film review of Mickey 17 till now because I still had a lot to catch up on with my YouTubing, so I decided to just leave it for a while before come back to it today. So now I'm going to talk to you about Mickey 17, the newest film by Warner Brothers that came out recently. So this film stars quite a large number of people, many of which you probably don't know of, or you do if you live in the UK. But anyway, so obviously the big main stars are, of course, Robert Pattinson and Mark Ruffalo. And then you got the lady from whichever A24 film that was, and I will leave that in the edit because she is recognisable, and also surprisingly a large amount of British people, by which I mean people that if you're watching this outside the UK you probably wouldn't know about, but if you are watching it in the UK you would know about. So Tim Vine, for example, who plays the pigeon person, he's in this. He's a well-known comedian, writer, etc. here in the UK, well known for his contributions to the Taskmaster TV show. Anyway, enough about the cast. Let's talk about the story. So the film, as I understand it, is based on a book, or loosely based on a book. It's set in the not too distant future, in which this president-elect, played by Mark Ruffalo, decides he wants to has botched up voting and so forth, and decides he wants to leave the planet to establish a new colony on some other, to leave Earth and basically establish a new human colony on some other planet with the intention of harnessing its resources and so forth, etc., etc. So he sets out to establish a ship and get people involved in his way, and this leads to Robert Pattinson's character, who is very much, you can just call Mickey, not to be confused with that Disney mascot who is currently probably in public domain by this point. I don't know. Mickey to enlist, and the job that he goes for is being an expendable. Now, obviously, expendable means a lot of different things. Usually means that people don't really particularly care if you die in a job. You can just be removed and replaced and so forth. And in this case, it's a case of Mickey can be removed and replaced if he dies, but they decide to just bring him back to life by just using this printer machine. 1 second. Sorry about that. My computer decided to play a noise. So where was I? So yeah, Mickey gets printed. His memories and so forth are placed inside this brick-looking hard drive thing, which the scientists use to help revive him, and he just carries on as he does. So by the time his story is told and everything, we get to the point of the film where it's revealed that he's on his 17th form, I think. Yeah, hence the name Mickey 17. And he comes across these aliens, and as it turns out, these aliens don't want to harm or kill any of the humans, who are obviously the aliens on their planet. But instead just try and sort of let them live on the assumption that they're not going to cause harm or offense, and yeah, they're just not going to cause harm and offense. Which then leads to the humans assuming that Mickey has died again, and they bring another Mickey out, only to then realise there are now two Mickeys. Spoilers. So yeah, things happen, things transpire, there's love triangles forming and everything, and eventually it gets to the point where it's kind of like a little bit predictable for me, because This isn't the first time I've seen a film where there's a bit of corruption in humans when it comes to leaving the planet to go on and start a new life, which is revealed later on in a film. If you know Mark Ruffalo's roles outside of the Incredible Hulk from the MCU, and I think overall it's not bad for black comedy kind of film. It's definitely got a lot of jokes, and they're definitely good fun and so forth. I'm quite surprised of the amount of people I recognise that were in the film. Obviously, I don't know everybody's name in the film, but if you've seen a lot of British stuff like I have, then the faces will certainly be recognisable. Because I definitely recognise Tim Vine, and I definitely recognised a few people that I think would have appeared in maybe some school dramas, comedies, or whatever, but nevertheless they appear. So yeah, I think it's okay for a film. Is it my favorite black comedy? No, there's probably much better black comedies out there, but this one's not too bad for what it sets out to do, and it's probably the closest we'll get to having that sort of future happen if we get our asses and actually figure things out instead of having politicians point fingers at everybody because they have that power and all that. So yeah, is it Robert Pattinson's best film? I think it probably is up there on the basis that he does make an effort to sort of not use his British voice but use a more sort of American voice, which is about as convincing as Benedict Cumberbatch doing an American voice. So, convincing, but maybe not convincing to everybody. And the characters that his character does form a love relationship thing. They don't go fully into sex scenes and all that, but it's heavily implied that he and this other crew member do have sexual intercourse a lot on the ship when they can. And I'll be honest, I kind of find these creatures that the humans find on their planet to be kind of cute looking. I won't reveal too much because you do kind of see them a little bit later on in the film, but they are kind of cute looking and you looking. But don't mess with them, because when you mess with them, they will cause harm. But they are fair as well, which is revealed later on in the film. And I think with Mark Ruffalo's character, because he's playing a corrupt politician, I mean that's nothing new. I've seen that in films before. In fact, I remember one Netflix film I saw where Meryl Streep was basically playing Mark Ruffalo's character, which she was playing a corrupt politician who was trying to get off the planet, and kind of power just got to her and everything, and yeah, things just happen and yada yada yada. So yeah. So for Mickey 17, I'm obviously not going to give 17 out of 10 because that's just ridiculous. No. No, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because it's actually not too bad for a black comedy film, and it's definitely kind of looks like we might get that kind of future in the next 10 or so years if technology and politicians and so forth actually do move forward with that and not just spend time pointing fingers and scratching their asses and everything. So yeah, but yeah, 8 out of 10 for Mickey 17, and yeah, I guess this will have to do while we wait for Batman, the Batman 2, whenever that will come out. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I think about Mickey 17. If you've seen it, I'd love to know what you think about it. So leave a comment below, tell me what you think about it, or if you actually do want to see it, and I'd love to know. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and the rest of it. And if you're wondering what I do on this channel, I obviously do vlogs like this where I talk about various topics, and obviously today it's a film review. I also do gameplay videos where it's straight up gameplay, nothing else, but I do add some extra memes and editing for good measure. Let's play videos where I got my mic on, sometimes put the camera on, depending on what console I'm playing. So that's what I do. And I also do random shorts as well. Also, starting in April, I'm gonna change the schedule around a bit, because at the moment I'm basically doing a video every single day, but I'm now decided to make things a bit more manageable for me. I'm gonna start having a proper schedule, so you know what's coming out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the rest of the week. So you now know for sure what's actually gonna come out, instead of having just day 1, day 2, day 3. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do starting April, but it probably won't be until the second week of April where I actually put that into motion. Just because I just want to make things manageable for me. So yeah. But anyway, enough rambling. See you in the next one. Peace to you all, and yeah, just don't. And if you decide you want to be expendable, remember that there is a price to pay for that. And hopefully we don't get the technology where we can suddenly find ourselves to be immortal, in the sense that we can have all our memories and so forth uploaded to a hard drive, and or cloud server, and be able to be printed out and so forth. I just don't think that's the way to go about it. Death is death. When you die, you die. That's it. Game over. Move on. So yeah, as depressing and sad as that sounds, but if you do experience someone dying, do take the time to grieve, do take time to remember the happy memories and all that stuff. Talking as someone from having that own experience. So yeah, all right, toodles.
Boy.